round of applause as I welcome the chief guest of our event, Secretary Coal, Shri Amrit Lal Meena sir, along with CMD NLCIL and DTCIL, Shri Reddy sir. So I welcome you all on the dais, please. Once again welcome all the officials, industry experts from mining sector and different companies from India and abroad. I welcome officials from Ministry of Coal, Coal India, NLCIL and other companies. I welcome people from the press and media, and I thank you all for joining us today at this pivotal event on Make in India initiative in the mining machinery. It is indeed an honor to have each one of you as we embark the journey towards fostering indigenous manufacturing excellence in the mining sector. It is my honor to invite a visionary and one of the pillars of coal sector. With his vast industry experience, we are eager to hear insights of how NLCIL has contributed to this field. Sir, I would like to welcome you for your address, please.
Good afternoon. Anaivarakkum vanakkam. Respected and Honorable Secretary Coal, Amrit Lal Meena ji, who is instrumental in the paradigm shift in the coal sector and the performance excellence in the coal sector in last 1.5 years. And Shri Veera Reddy ji, Director Technical Coal India and Chairman and Managing Director of Central Coalfields Limited. All the senior officers sitting here, delegates and representatives of press and media. I welcome you all to this city of temple, city of culture, city of medical tourism, Chennai. As you know, India is aspiring to be a developed country by 2047. So today's topic is indigenization in HEMM. So I want to correlate HEMM with the developed country developed country status of the country. You know, the features of developed country is the energy security. And the features of energy security is fuel security and the per capita consumption of electricity in the country. As on date, our per capita consumption is hardly 1,500 kilowatt hour per year, against the world average of 3,500. Even many underdeveloped countries are having per capita consumption more than us. And for becoming a developed country, as on date, the developed countries' average per capita consumption is 10,000 kilowatt hours. So a journey from 1,500 kilowatt hours to 10,000 kilowatt hours we have to achieve before 2047. So that is related to entirely the mining sector in two ways. One is the fuel security in form of the increased coal production, increased coal generation and increased energy security. Although renewable capacity is coming up, but until the storage capacity is there, the dependence of the country on coal will continue. Even in the 2047 projections, more than 50% of our energy needs will come from coal. And although we are targeting for net zero by 2070, net zero doesn't mean coal zero. Even in 2070, with the necessary emission control devices, coal is going to still dominate in the power generating scenario. That is one part. Second, even we are targeting for energy transformation from coal to renewables and storage systems. For renewables and storage systems, we require critical minerals like the lithium, molybdenum, and other critical minerals. And as on date, only 9% of our land is explored. So we are having potential of number of critical minerals. So going forward, heavy earth moving equipment, they are going to play a very important role both in the coal production as well as in critical mineral production that facilitate us into energy transformation. And now coming to the point that why the Make in India is required at this point of time. The entire globe suffered a lot during the COVID pandemic, but COVID taught us many lessons. And one of the lessons is Atmanirbhar Bharat. We should be self-reliant. We should not be depending on any country for any of our needs. That is the reason why there is utmost importance to develop all the critical equipment, all the critical machinery within the country. Then only we can become Atmanirbhar Bharat. So I am very happy to know about this initiative of Government of India, Ministry of Coal, under able leadership of Secretary Coal, for this roadshow for the Make in India concept and making indigenization of heavy earth moving equipment. So I wish this roadshow a success, and this will in long way help in energy security of the country and also to achieve our target of becoming developed country by 2047. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Indeed, my takeaway from his address would be net zero is not coal zero, and that even if the energy sources are diversified, we still be having potential for critical minerals. And his talk truly justified the statement that if you catch a fish and feed to a man, he will feed for one day. But when you will teach the man how to catch the fish, it will feed him for a lifetime. A big round of applause for CMD sir, CMD NLCIL, Shri Prasanna Kumar and sir. Thank you so much, sir. Today marks a significant milestone as we come together to explore and discuss avenues for growth and development in the mining sector, a sector that is crucial for the nation's progress and prosperity. I would like to welcome on stage a person whose extensive experience and profound knowledge, his guidance and vision have been invaluable for fostering innovation, efficiency and sustainability in the mining industry. With his exemplary leadership and unwavering dedication, Sir has been instrumental in driving transformative reforms and initiatives in the coal sector, contributing significantly to the progress of nation and the developmental agenda. Without further ado, I take my distinct privilege to welcome the chief guest for the event, Shri Amrit Lal Meena Sir, Secretary Coal, Minister of Coal, Government of India, for his keynote address. A big round of applause as I welcome him on stage.
Good afternoon. My colleague Shri Prasanna Kumar CMD Neyveli Lignite Corporation India Limited, Dr. Veera Reddy Director Technical and CMD of Central Coalfields Limited, distinguished participants, friends from the coal sector, industry, media, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to be here at Chennai in this Make in India promotion conference on the mining sector organized by Coal India Limited. As you all are aware, and Dr. Veera Reddy has covered in his presentation, Honorable Prime Minister has given his call of promotion of Make in India in all sectors of the economy, and mining sector is one of the important sectors where significant import of heavy earth moving machinery was happening. Lot of foreign exchange outflow was taking place. Therefore, we in Ministry of Coal guided and aligning our procurement as per the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, worked out a strategy to promote Make in India in the coal mining sector. I am happy that CIL has taken lead and lot of enabling provisions have been made, which has resulted in manufacturing of various equipments being used in our coal sector in different manufacturing units of the country. And this effort is going on continuous basis. We have formed an expert committee under Dr. Veera Reddy with representatives from industry and also different ministries. The committee has studied and submitted recommendations. Ministry has looked at the recommendations and provided for enabling provisions. And it is a continuous evolving exercise. Today, in this conference, I would like to appreciate the efforts of Coal India, whereby through the relaxation in the trial order norms, through the relaxation of proven criteria and various other facilitative provisions, now many of the equipments which were hitherto being imported are now getting manufactured in India. I have an opportunity to visit Caterpillar India's facility in Kurnool Valley just now in the forenoon, and happy to see that 190 ton dumper, 47 of them have been supplied to Northern Coalfields Limited during the last 1 year. And similar such supplies are happening both for underground coal mining as well as the surface coal mining transportation from various manufacturers. So the purpose of today's conference is to apprise you as to what is the enabling policy we have so far carried forward, and to understand from you as to what else enablement is required to promote Make in India. Because our ultimate goal is that we should not be spending any foreign exchange outflow in importing machinery and equipments which we are using in our country. Rather, we should build capacities to export to the other countries. That is the endeavor. So through this conference, I am looking at your feedback through the question answer session as to what else is required to promote further manufacturing capabilities in our country, keeping in view the cost efficiency, environmental sustainability, post-supply services, and of course the best of the safety norms. So I will be very happy to look at the suggestions during the question answer session. To give all the participants an overview of the coal and mining sector, I would like to mention that currently our country is consuming about 1180 or maybe about 1200 million ton of the coal. As per different estimations, it is expected that the peak consumption of coal would be around 2047, and that would be somewhere 1800 to 2000 million ton. So, alone in coal sector, there is enormous scope of deployment of the equipments, and now you must have seen that Ministry of Mine has already undertaken 2 rounds of auction of the reserves of critical minerals. First round had recently concluded and second round had been launched by Honorable Union Minister Coal and Mines Shri Prasanna Kumar Motupalli 2 days back. So thereafter, there is significant need of these equipments, and now exploration has been opened up to the private sector So we are hopeful that the geological reserves availability picture will be much more clearer. There could be much more areas for undertaking mining activities. So with all these initiatives, the requirement of the equipments would be much more. Therefore, you plan your capabilities from that point of view. And as regards coal alone is concerned, apart from Coal India Limited, Ministry of Coal has opened up this coal sector to the private sector. In 2020, Honorable Prime Minister launched commercial auction of the coal mines. What is commercial auction means? See, prior to that, the coal blocks were allocated or auctioned to the industry for a specified end use. Somebody has a power plant, so the coal block was auctioned for the power plant uses. Someone has the steel manufacturing facility, so coal block was being auctioned for the steel manufacturing. But in 2020, it was realized that we need to open up this sector so that production base goes up and our imports are reduced. About 240 million ton of coal is imported every year, though in 2014 to 24, the CAGR of the growth of the import is minus 2.3. To 2004 to 14, it was 21%. It was a rising trend. From 2014 to 2024, the share of imported coal in the total consumption is going down because of enhancing production base, but still 200 plus million ton of coal is being imported, out of which about half of the coal is such which is high grade coal, and the metallurgical coal which is not adequate reserves are not available in our country. So that will of course continue to be imported, but about half of the quantity, if we enhance production, the import substitution is possible. So our endeavor is to produce more and to reduce the import. The commercial mines and the captive mines which have been offered so far are about 170, out of which about 51 are into production, and rest will come into production in few years from now. They are seeking different kind of clearances, and this auction regime is continued. Our 8th and 9th round of the commercial coal mines auction is going on. About 16 to 20 mines are expected to be successfully bid out. So more and more interest is now coming from different sectors. Earlier, the coal blocks were being taken by people who were actually using the coal in their manufacturing capabilities. But now we see that there are many participants who have no concern with coal usage, but they are taking coal mines for the commercial activity, for the trading activity. So in times to come, there is likelihood of more and more participation of people. I would also like to let you know that after we are sufficient in terms of meeting our need for coal from thermal and the other sectors, the Honorable Prime Minister has further given us a direction to take up large-scale coal gasification. Why? Because there are many chemicals which we import can be manufactured through the process of coal gasification. As you all know, coal converted into syngas, and the syngas raw feed can be used for manufacturing different kind of the chemicals which we are currently importing. Many countries are there who are promoting coal gasification, and their chemical requirement has been met through the coal gasification process. So for our country also, we are promoting coal gasification. Government has recently came out with a comprehensive policy for setting up of any manufacturing facility. As you know, one need land, need raw material, finances, technology, and of course marketing. So as far as the government's role is concerned, government has came out with a policy of long-term leasing of the CIL's land for setting up a coal gasification facility. Last year we have notified this policy. Anyone who is interested in setting up the coal gasification facility near the coal mines, they can get land on very reasonable rates on long-term lease basis. As regards the raw material, coal, we have came out with very clear policy. If someone owns a mine, commercial mine, and if the produce is used for gasification, 50% of the revenue share is incentivized. They don't have to pay the 50% of the revenue share to the government if the quantity is used for the gasification. If you don't own a mine, then you can take coal on long-term linkage basis from Govt of India Limited. CIL comes out with long-term linkage options whereby one can take coal for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years of the long-term requirement for use in the coal gasification projects. And regarding finance, now all banks, PFC, Rural Electrification Corporation are willing to fund the coal gasification projects. We have undertaken feasibility through Engineers India Limited and PDIL, and based on that feasibility, it was felt that there is little viability gap that is required to be supported. So Union Government about a month back has approved a policy for promotion of coal and lignite gasification by way of viability gap funding support in 3 categories. First category is meant for the PSU-led initiatives. Second category is for the private sector-led large project initiatives. And third category is for private sector or research and development institutions-led initiative for the smaller projects. In all 3 categories, 15% of the project cost or subjected to a maximum of 1350 crore in first capacity, maximum 1000 crore in second category, and 100 crore in the third category is the viability gap that has been approved in the guidelines. The guidelines have been issued. These guidelines are available on the website of Ministry of Coal. So, you or people associated with you who wants to venture into coal gasification, then land, raw material, finance, everything is arranged through these comprehensive government policies. The one who wants to set up has to look for the technology. They have to look at the global available technology, which is most effective technology. Though BHEL has developed technology in our country, and there are other technologies from different countries available. And then, of course, the marketing. The ultimate produce out of the syngas, whether it's methanol or dimethyl ether or ammonium nitrate, one has to look at the cost and its competitiveness with respect to the imported cost and look for the market. So now for the gasification window, the enabling environment has been created. Through this conference, I would like to apprise you and through you the concerned stakeholders to explore venturing into the coal gasification, because this is going to be another important activity in future. I'd also like to apprise this gathering about the coal import dynamics, which I briefly touched upon. See, in the coal import dynamics, we have about 15 power plants which are imported coal waste design located on our coastal areas. So they will of course continue to be operated through the imported coal waste because they get coal through the sea route at the reasonable rates. Earlier, for the power sector blending purposes, significant quantity of coal was being imported, but this year, because of the enhancement in the production capabilities, the import for the blending purposes has gone down by about 35%. And in times to come, it will further go down. In the overall consumption basket also, the share of imported coal was about 26% in 2019. Last year, March 23, it went down to 21%. This year, the trends are that it's going down to about 19%. And as per the production plans of CIL and the captive and commercial mines, we are hopeful that it will gradually go down. So the availability of domestic coal would be adequate, and it's also very heartening to share with you that last year the rate of the premium on coal was very high. When I talk premium, I just want to let you know that in our country, coal, about 85% of the coal produced is used for the power sector. And there the coal is supplied at a notified price, which is highly subsidized price, lower than the prevailing market price. And remaining 85% quantity is offered on the auction. So premium over the notified price is called the premium on the coal. So last year it was in the range of 250 to 300%. But this year it is only in the range of 50 to 60%. And slowly this will go down. So availability of coal for all sectors of economy at reasonable cost will continue to be a phenomena henceforth. So coal is continue to play a key role, both power, other sectors, NRS, and also the futuristic sector, coal gasification. I am also happy to share with you that during last about 1 year, Neyveli Lignite Corporation India Limited, under dynamic leadership of Shri Prasanna has achieved over 100% enhancement in their market capitalization. 100%, over 100%. In fact, it's much more than 100%. Triple. Oh. So, it's tripled in last 1 year. Because of his dynamic leadership, he has been able to resolve various issues impeding the management of company and have gone big way into diversification of the company. NLC is generating about 1500 megawatt of solar, which is currently the highest generating capacity in any PSUs in the country. And they are going big way for setting up new solar capacities in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and also into wind energy, and also thinking into for going and exploring the small size nuclear, setting up thermal power plant in Odisha, Pithead, Talabira, and Uttar Pradesh, Ghatanpur, and various other projects are under consideration stage. So through today's function, I would like to compliment Shri Prasanna ji and the entire team of NLCIL for outstanding performance and assure full of our support and well wishes. You keep on doing such good work to ensure the energy security of the country. Let me also compliment Dr. P. Veera Reddy ji, Director Technical Coal India Limited, Chairman Coal India Limited, Dr. Shri P.M. Prasad could not come because of some other engagement. But CIL also has achieved 100% plus addition to its market capitalization during last 1 year. It's a matter of pride for all. The coal production of CIL was highest ever last year. It grew 14% year to year. And this year also their production is going to be further 70 million ton over that highest, and Coal India is likely to achieve 780 million ton of the coal production, which is historically not only high but has gone up at very high base at more than 11% of the additional capacity, additional production. And so Coal India was primarily responsible for ensuring coal to the nation. But now, since the production capacity of coal has been adequately attained, so CIL has also started venturing into various other sectors, including setting up of thermal power plant at Pithead. Government has approved about 2 months back 2 thermal power plants to be set up by Coal India Limited, one in Odisha and other is in Madhya Pradesh. CIL has planned to take up about 3000 megawatt of solar capacity on their decoaled land and also in Rajasthan and Gujarat. Coal India has now taken up large scale afforestation on the decoaled land, you may be knowing that CIL possesses about 2 lakh hectare of land acquired at different point of times in last 60 years for mining and other purposes. But now about 30,000 hectare land, the coal has been taken out, land is lying. So now CIL is repurposing that land into afforestation, setting up of solar facility, and new area which you may be interested in knowing is the pump storage projects. CIL mines, after decoaling, typical geographical feature is that there is a large size water reservoir, then there is some head available, either a mountain or a natural head. So if a top reservoir is built and a hydro plant is constructed along with the solar, then it can meet the requirement of our energy storage. During daytime, using the solar, one can lift water, and during night time it can be released to generate hydroelectricity. So I am happy to share that CIL has identified 20 such potential sites in their decoaled areas to venture into setting up of the pump storage projects. NLC is also planning in one of their sites, one of their decoaled areas. So the coal companies are into diversification mode after meeting their primary responsibility, and I would like to also share one last issue. You must have read earlier that evacuation of coal and logistic constraint, and coal not being made available. Honorable Prime Minister launched National Logistics Policy in 2022. Under that policy, the objective was to reduce the logistic cost, which is currently 14%, to about 8 to 9%, at par with the various developed countries, and also to enhance the logistic efficiency, and also to bring our logistic performance index to be among top 25 countries of the world. So, under that policy, all sectors who are affected by the logistics are required to undertake complete exercise and prepare sectoral plan for efficient logistics. Coal being an imported sector affected by the logistics, so we undertook an extensive exercise during last 1 year on PM Gati Shakti principles. So PM Gati Shakti, launched by the Honorable Prime Minister, aims at creating multimodal connectivity to all economic zones. From the perspective of the coal, the economic zones are our producing mines and the consumption centers, thermal power plant, steel factories, cement factories, and so on. So if we are able to efficiently evacuate coal from mines, transport it efficiently to the destination, that is our logistics. So on PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, it's a digital platform which has over 1500 data layers. All possible geographical features are available on PM Gati Shakti NMP, whether it is rail, road, port, water bodies, forest, whatever, everything is there. So we mapped all our existing mines and the proposed mines, then the existing railway infrastructure, upcoming railway infrastructure, thermal power plants, major consumption industries, and then identified through a micro analysis the gaps. And all such identified gap projects, we called them gap infrastructure project, were listed. And in consultation with the Ministry of Railways, all such projects have been incorporated into a document called Comprehensive Coal Logistics Plan. You might have seen that the Honorable Union Minister Coal has launched it 2 days back. So now we have identified all such futuristic railway projects which are required for efficient evacuation of coal from coal mines, both CIL mines and also the private sector mines, to the possible consumption centers. So this is a big logistic plan that has been approved, and I am very sure that in times to come we will have just-in-time supply chain efficiently managed for supply of the coal, and we are also promoting the sea rail route of the coal. And for that, from Mahanadi coalfield to the Paradip or Dhamra or Gangavaran ports, whatever constraints were there that have been identified and projects undertaken. From Talsar to the Paradip, it is a 2-lane railway line. It's being converted into 4-lane. And then at Cuttack, there is a junction of 2 major railway lines. So a rail over rail is being planned. So for the eastern coast and maybe the lower half of the western coast, the requirement can be cost effectively supplied through the RSR route. That also is being promoted. Since this event gave me an opportunity to talk to you about all initiatives about coal sector. So apart from HEMM promotion into the mining sector, I thought it appropriate to talk to you so that generally you and through you the concerned stakeholder know about what is happening into the sector. I thank all of you to have spared time, participated in, and look forward for any valuable suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for showing that faith in Coal India. Thank you, sir, for appreciating the efforts of NLCIL and Coal India in this field and continuously guiding us for our way forward. Thank you, sir, for making us understand the complexity of the subject matter in the most simple and understandable manner, backed by statistics and numericals. Thank you, sir, for highlighting the prospects of our coal sector, be it coal gasification, setting up of manufacturing units, long-term linkages, water pumping stations, PM Gati Shakti, to name a few. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. With your address, we have all been reassured that there is immense possibility and that sky is the limit. Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Your inputs always motivate us and encourage us towards a greater collaboration and innovation. Sir, without your support, this event wouldn't have been turned into reality. I thank you for the bottom of my heart, and a big round of applause for the chief guest of the event, Secretary Coal, Shri Amrit Lal Meena, sir.
Sir, this is Arun from Deccan Chronicle. While you were mentioning about appreciating about NLCIL, you said small size nuclear. Can you explain more on this?
India is planning for energy transition to clean energy. So one of the options available is small modular reactors, small nuclear power plants. So we are exploring the possibility of setting up of nuclear power plants, small modular capacity. And we are in discussion with Nuclear Power Corporation for establishing the nuclear power plants. So it is in the starting stages. We are trying to plan for establishing nuclear power stations. That's what sir mentioned about that.
So this is regarding the energy storage. You said 20 sites have been identified. I am Shri Kumar from the New India Limited. Just wanted 20 sites have been identified. How many are in Tamil Nadu? Because one by NLC.
No, these, as I mentioned, these 20 sites are identified by Coal India Limited in their decoaled mines. So since there are no decoaled mines of Coal India in Tamil Nadu, so none of the site is in Tamil Nadu, but they are in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and coal producing regions.
Thank you so much for your enthusiastic question answer session. And it is said communication is complete when the communication is two-way. Thank you so much, Secretary Sir, CMD Sir, DD Sir, for patiently hearing and answering the questions. Together, let us envisage India as an Atmanirbhar Bharat in this mining machinery technology. Thank you so much.